Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue Match Day 15, last match day in 2024. So we have to say goodbye to this Ligue 1. Alain Valnegri with two great games, PSG Lyon and Monaco PSG the following week, with some problems in the dressing room of the team of Paris, but also they got themselves a key win in the Champions League.
Yes, a key winning against Salzburg. Now in Ligue 1 is delicate moment for Paris, and we will be known if the Ligue 1 will be open when 2025 will be start. Because in the case of PSG, don't catch point against Monaco and against Lyon, it means the Ligue 1 will be open again with Monaco and Marseille, with 5 points less waiting. PSG fell down.
It would be nice, actually, if we have a title race in Ligue 1. We will see probably before the end of this 2024, depending on those two games, Lyon and Monaco. So guys, stay with us, of course. Press the like, subscribe. Let's go on now with the show. And this last match day of 2024 starts with Toulouse Saint-Etienne on Friday. Toulouse mid-table and doing a great season, although they lost to Monaco. 3 wins and 2 defeats playing at home this season. Saint-Etienne, Alain, always having problems away, is the second worst team away this season with only 1 point, and even they lost to Olympique Marseille, as you predicted in the last game at home.
Yes, it was not a good week for me, but this one I catch that prediction. Yes, Saint-Etienne is the second worst team away, but is the worst defense away. 25 goals received in 7 games is a lot, and is a miracle right now. Saint-Etienne is in this position in the table with that type of statistic. Now Toulouse at home, they are doing a great season at home. We saw in the last week, maybe only the draw against Angers. It was a little a bad result for the expectation. Toulouse is an intense team. Toulouse love to start hard the game with a lot of pressure. If you check the percent of Toulouse score in the first half is really high, and that one against Saint-Etienne, against the relation with Saint-Etienne when they played away, the way of their start the game when they played away, a team really shy, really scared. I choose to over 1.25 goals in the first half, odds 2.18.
All right, let's go to one of the best games we have in this match day. Olympique Marseille, Lille, so second against the fourth. Olympique Marseille got 2 important wins against Saint-Etienne and Monaco, and even before that, Lens. So it's 3 wins in a row. We know that they struggle when they play at home. It's only 2 wins at the Velodrome this season, and Lille are doing great. Alain, 10 games without a defeat, and even we know that their biggest problem was always playing away from the Decathlon Arena, but this season only 1 defeat playing away.
Yes, but we have the debate now in France of 𝐬𝐭𝐴 is the best manager in Ligue 1 right now. Is soon, I think, to give that, but the streak about Lille is brilliant. The streak about Lille is brilliant because when do you have Champions League and Ligue 1, and when do you think Lille, the last defeat was the 17th September. Big job about 𝐬𝐭𝐴. Maybe some draw. We can have some doubt about some draw about the team, but no, the management is brilliant. And Marseille at home this season is not the best version of Olympique de Marseille. Marseille is second because he has a really good average of point when they play away. In fact, is the best team. But at home, they lose a lot of points. They received a lot of goals. They lose game against team are fighting against relegation. Now Lille away is fourth in the table. Is very strong without the ball when they played away, and we saw that in Champions too. Now Marseille saw seen against Monaco. Marseille saw in Saint-Etienne. The proposition of the derby is so interesting. Marseille shake another team, move another team, try to disorganize the another team. And I think that the fact about their play in Champions this week, Lille can have an effect. And for that reason, the odds over 2.75 goals are really, in my opinion, interesting. I choose that odds 2.15 to over 2.75 goals in the game.
Okay, looking for 3 goals in the game is risky, going for the 1x2 in this game. Next one is Auxerre Lens, and here we have great odds to back Auxerre because they are very strong at home. They are doing a great season, only 1 defeat when they are playing at home, and even they were able to hold PSG with a draw, whereas Lens 7th in the standings, coming from 2 consecutive wins against Montpellier and Reims, and it's similar to Lille, Alain. Once upon a time, they were very weak when they play away from the north, but also this season, they are kind of reliable, only 1 defeat playing away.
Yes, only 1 defeat playing away, and Auxerre only 1 defeat played at home against Monaco. And the last game, their draw against Paris Saint-Germain without received goal. And that one is the biggest news about this Auxerre. Play against Paris Saint-Germain and able to catch a draw with a Donovan Leon played a brilliant level. Never saw Donovan Leon, the goalkeeper of Auxerre, play with that skills about save the team and have a clean sheet against Paris Saint-Germain in France is a big news when you are Auxerre and you can catch a clean sheet against Paris Saint-Germain. Now Lens, I think still have found a style, his model of play. Every week the team improve. Now it's 2 games without received goal. But warning, because in Auxerre is a difficult game. It's a difficult game just for the fact Auxerre can wait you and can surprise you in counter-attack. And I think Lens can be suffer that against Auxerre. It's difficult to predict a victory of Lens because I think Auxerre have the card to catch a draw or a victory. For that reason, I choose the double opportunity, 1x odds 1.80.
Third best home team in Ligue 1, Auxerre, 5 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat, only 5 goals conceded. So they are very strong when they are playing at home. And last game on Saturday is Reims Monaco, with Monaco playing in the Champions League against Arsenal, a tough game. They are still third in the in the standings thanks to the win against Toulouse. 3 wins in the last 4 games, only losing to Marseille. And Reims, Alain, mid-table team, only 1 win in the last 7 games.
Yes. Now, yes, Monaco is a brilliant team. It's a brilliant team with a lot variety to attack. They're known to play in counter-attack. The team able to creating chance through individual skills. Really, really strong in steal the ball from the opposition and attacking in counter-attack, defending set piece really well, dominant in the aerial duels. Now, Reims suffer when they must to defending against kind skillful player. Suffer aerial duel. Maybe the game can be played in that way, but Reims is a dangerous team when they attack down the wings. And is a team creating a lot of scoring chance during the game. And in my opinion, we have a lot of balance in that in this team. Normally, Reims in the biggest game this season, we see a good version. Now, Reims Monaco in the history, in the last 6 games, Reims we won only 1 in 2018, and they draw 2 and Monaco won 3. For this game is my draw of the week, because the odds are interesting and I see possible the draw. I chose Reims Monaco draw, odds 3.78.
Okay, a surprise. In this case, Monaco favorites for this game, 2.1 in this case. Games on Sunday. First one is Montpellier-Nice, with Montpellier going directly to Ligue 2, 5 points away from salvation. They were able to draw against Lille a couple of weeks ago, but then lost to Lens. Only 2 wins this season, but at least came at home, whereas Nice, Alain, beat Le Havre, and they are in the 6th spot. They are struggling when they play away, though. It's only 2 wins this season playing away from the Allianz Rivière.
Yes, but Nice a big limit right now, and he is the injury player. The list is really, really, really long. They're playing in Europe. We saw after the game against Rangers, we saw a team in Lyon with a lot of problem. It's true that they won the last weekend, but they suffer a lot to beat Le Havre at home. Now Montpellier need point. Montpellier need point. Since Gasset is back, Gasset don't lose at home. Nice will be played in the Europa League. Montpellier must to be motivated for this game. Is not the last call, because the league is always is yet long, but they must to catch point to have a positive streak. Gasset known that. Montpellier have some injury player, especially Julien is a really important player for the defense, and Gasset need the best version of Celtic former center back. Is a special game for Montpellier, because Savanier need to be back like the leader about the midfield line, to dominate the game, to shooting from direct free kick and score, because Nice is weak about that part of the game. They defend really bad the set pieces. I think Montpellier have a lot of chance of opportunity to score with set piece, and in my opinion, Montpellier will be catch point. I choose the double opportunity, 1x, odds 1.83.
Okay, another surprise. In your opinion, next one is a derby in Bretagne, Brest-Nantes, with Brest struggling still in Ligue 1, defeat against Lille. 4 defeats in the last 5 games, totally the opposite of the Champions League, where they keep doing great. And Nantes 1 point away, Alain, from relegation. It was key, the victory they got in another derby against Rennes.
Not 4 points in the last two. Draw in Paris, won in the derby against Rennes. They'll be able to kill the bad streak, because the bad streak was really a bad moment, because during 2 months, and right now I think is a good moment for Nantes to avoid to lose another game. Now Brest we saw every week in Champions. Brest surprised us, because yesterday another win against PSV is unbelievable. The history of Brest. I hope a journalist are writing something, because it's a beautiful history. It's a really beautiful history, because the budget of Brest and the result they have is a miracle. It's an authentic miracle. Now in Ligue 1, sometimes they lose some energy, they lose some point after the Champions League game. But in my opinion, not suffer a lot the style of play of Brest, really direct. We saw not suffer against that model of play, that team with that skills. And in Brest is special always when they receive the note. The difference between both teams are higher than the odds. For that reason, I choose Brest winning, odds 2.05.
Well, it's a great story, as you say, from Brest. They are qualified already for the play-in the Champions League, so they'll have at least 4 more games in the Champions League, the 2 that are left from the group stages, and then the playoff in the month of February. Great story, especially if we compare with how Girona or Bologna, for instance, are doing in Europe, or even Stuttgart, 3 teams that we were not supposed to see in the Champions League, and they are struggling. But Brest is the opposite. Well, next game is very important for the relegation battle. Le Havre, Strasbourg. Le Havre penultimate in the standings, lost to Nice and 𝐬𝐭𝐴. No draws yet for them in this season. Strasbourg, Alain, only 1 point away from the bottom 3 thanks to the draw they got against Reims, but they were coming from 4 consecutive defeats.
Yes, they cut the 4 defeat consecutive streak. It's a good point. It's a good point against Reims. We saw Strasbourg a little more conservative, and Reims create more to win the game, but they catch a draw, and that one is a good news for Strasbourg to cut that streak. Le Havre at home is one of the saddest team in Ligue 1. In the last 5 games at home, only 1 goal scored. 5 games at home, only 1 goal scored, and they catch 3 points. Is a miracle. Against Montpellier, they're winning 1-0. But except that, against Reims, against Angers, against Lyon, against Lille, 11 goals in 4 games. The average of goal conceded is really, really high. And when we analyze the team are fighting against relegation, is my opinion, but my feeling is Le Havre is the saddest reality right now. And Strasbourg is a team with a lot of passion, with a lot of energy, a young team, and there will be travel to Le Havre with ambition to recover a victory. And Le Havre at home is not feel comfortable. Le Havre catch more point away than at home, and for that reason I choose Strasbourg winning, X, no bet, odds 1.75.
Who are your favorites right now to go down, Alain? Because you are tipping, for instance, Montpellier to get points this week. So who do you think are the weakest teams so far in Ligue 1?
Le Havre, in my opinion, is in a trouble. Montpellier, I don't know if I hope or I think or I feel there will be saved the category. Warning with Angers, because right now they're doing really well when they're played away, but at home they have a point average to relegation, and Saint-Etienne will be fight against relegation until the end of the season.
Okay, one of the teams that you mentioned is next. Angers playing away against Rennes. They are out of the relegation spots right now. Angers, thanks to the win they got a couple of weeks ago against Le Havre. And let's see if they are able to catch something from Rennes. Alain, another defeat for Sampaoli in that derby we mentioned against Nantes, but the last home game was a 5-0 win against Saint-Etienne. Anyway, it's 4 defeats in the last 5 games for Rennes and only 1 point away from the bottom 3.
Yeah, Rennes, sí. They won 5-0 against Saint-Etienne, but it's a team, it's a special game because Saint-Etienne play 60 minutes with 10 players, and is during these 60 minutes Rennes scored 5 goals, and Saint-Etienne is not a reference when they played away this season. Is another derby. I think Rennes start to have a lot of pressure because Rennes is only 1 point up about the play-out spot. And my question is, Rennes have player known to manage that type of situation? Because playing against relegation is, you must to be a fighter. You don't must to be an artist. And in Rennes, you have a lot of artists because the technical value is a team must to fight for a European spot. And when do you start to have that type of bad results, and we enter in that dynamic, is difficult to go out. And Sampaoli, I have a lot of doubt if is the manager who Stade Rennais need in this moment. In spite of that, Angers is brilliant when they played away from the beginning of the season. We saw that is a team, except the first game in Lille, they lose, that catch point in Strasbourg, in Marseille, in Toulouse, in Monaco, and in Le Havre. And if you check the results about the Angers game away, except in Lille, in the last 6 games away, they never concede more than 1 goal. And except in Auxerre, they score every time. In Monaco, in Marseille, that one is a difference. That one means the team is in life, is brilliant. No, he's here in his with that identity, they feel comfortable. And for that reason, I choose Angers, DOS with handicap more +1, odds 1.84.
Okay. So basically, it's Angers is a handicap +1, so they don't lose by more than 1 goal margin. If they draw or win, you get your bet correct. If the Angers lose by 1 goal margin, you get money back in Angers somehow. And then we are going to analyze 2 games for PSG. 2 key games, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, to see if we are going to have a title race in Ligue 1. First one is on Sunday. Late kickoff, PSG Lyon, with PSG, as we said at the beginning, they got themselves a key win in the Champions League to release pressure in Salzburg because they were risking not qualifying even for the playoffs. But in the league, they opened the door to some surprises with the draws against Auxerre and Nantes. And for Lyon and Lens, we mentioned it in our video of the Europa League, how They are dealing with a great moment despite the financial problems in Ligue 1. They beat Angers, they beat Nice, and no defeats in the last 9 games. Last defeat was that weird game against Olympique Marseille 2-3 at home, remember?
Yes. Lyon is one of the most funny team in the last journey in Liga and in Europe. Is the offensive potential of Lyon is amazing. Is amazing, and is a team wanna play with a really offensive mentality. They score a lot, but they're creating a lot of scoring chances. And in Paris is probably not the most important, but the team where the player will have more visibility. Is a big night for the Lyon player, and we know every player are in the market. And right now, go to Paris for Lyon is the game to solve themselves. No, it's a selfish mentality. Yeah, what I said. But the player want to go to the Premier. Is the mentality in France. 90% of the Ligue 1 player wanna go in Premier, and to deserve a call from Premier, you must to be a decisive player in Paris. And that one, I think, when we saw what leave the vestry in Paris, the atmosphere that communicate is not positive. We feel a lot of problem in that vestry, and it reflects that in Auxerre against Nantes. Yesterday in Strasbourg, yes, but Strasbourg is not a reference. It's probably the worst Strasbourg in the last 15 years. And I think Lyon can be catch a positive result in Paris. The double opportunity, we must to try that when we consider the moment of the form, a lot of factor, because with 2.99 like odds, we can't try that. Don't play your house, don't bet your house.
Never.
But you must to put a small amount, but we must to try X2 odds 2.99.
Okay, never bet your house, of course. And a brief comment, Alain, because the last game we have in this 2024 is going to be played on Wednesday, 18th of December, and it's a great one. Monaco PSG. So if someone is looking for a tip for this game, Alain, Monaco to win is around 3. PSG to win is around 2.2. So they are going to have great odds for this last game of Ligue 1 in 2024.
Yes, but historically, PSG suffer in Monaco. It's probably one of the black cat of PSG. Monaco this season, their play, except the game against Benfica, with the biggest team in Monaco, we see a very good version of Monaco. Monaco known to play that type of game. The pressure will be in the shoulder of Paris Saint-Germain, and Monaco, in my opinion, will be catch point in this game, and is a direct game to make shorter the distance with PSG, and I choose the double opportunity 1x odds 1.73.
Brilliant, Alain. This is our farewell from Ligue 1 in this 2024. Remember, of course, that you can post your own tips in Oddspedia and participate in our tipster competitions, of course, and win cash prizes, and even participate on Rivals, our new tipster competition where you can challenge your friends. Alain, last 2 tips from you. Safe bet?
Reims Monaco over 1.75 goals, odds 1.22.
And your ACCA?
Angers winning with the +1 handicap. OM Lille over 1.75 goals. And Montpellier Nice over 1.75 goals for a total 2.96.
All right, Alain, bonne année. Happy New Year. Enjoy, guys, Ligue 1, and see you next year, hopefully with our Ligue 1 show. Bye-bye. Au revoir.
Ciao, ciao.